What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500 and also Solana. I forgot to mention that. Now, specifically in today's video, we have to talk about the recent continuation pattern that's forming within most of the major cryptocurrencies. And I'm specifically speaking about the technical indicators as we are starting to fill in the gap. As you guys can see within XRP, we are continuing in an ascending broadening wedge to the upside here, breaking out outside a massive bull flag formation that's forming on XRP. Now, there's lots of consolidation and, we got to make these videos every day now. So there's going to be a lot of repetition and a lot of continued similarity within these markets because it's been 4 days now of continued rejection off price ceiling where the markets are continuously consolidating on this price ceiling. Slowly and surely, we are going to come and make a decision whether or not we break through the downtrend here or we break through one of these key points of 3, yellow, green, or red here. That will be the buy-in opportunity depending on your risk level and your trading style here, which we'll go over more in a little bit. We'll also be looking at Solana continuing to play out within its beautiful sideways channel here. We'll be looking at Ethereum as well as Bitcoin, and then wrapping things up with the S&P 500, which is starting its descent to the downside here, giving us soon giving us an opportunity to buy back in, which I'm excited about here. And I'll talk more about this shortly in a little bit. Anywho, with that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. Krabs Token for sponsoring today's episode. I know that sounds funny, but this is a new meme coin coming to space. Their pre-sale just started here, and it's actually pretty nuts, some of the information that I have uncovered here. Lots of meme coins that you probably wouldn't even glance twice at. I don't know if you've ever heard of Sponge Coin based off of SpongeBob that just hit like 100 million in market cap. Mind blown. More information though about Mr. Krabs will be later on in today's video. But with that being said, make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. Krabs Token for sponsoring today's episode. As with all cryptocurrency projects, especially pre-sales, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. Do you guys still remember Pepe Token? That meme coin that took the market by storm and literally exploded hundreds of percent. Well, another crypto was also pumping at the same time. Born in the depths of the 2023 bear market alongside Pepe, Sponge Token pumped to $100 million market cap and is currently sitting at $88 million in market cap. The project even secured over 10 prominent exchange listings, 30,000 social media followers, and 13,000 holders. Continuing the SpongeBob legacy, a new cryptocurrency presale has just hit the market a few days ago and is called Mr. Krabs, a token paying homage to the one and only Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, the beloved money-loving crustacean. It's important to note that this coin is not endorsed by Nickelodeon or the creators of SpongeBob. Hoping for the same potential as its predecessors, Mr. Krabs tokenomics will be split like this. 50% will be for the pre-sale that's currently going on, 30% will be for the treasure vault. This means a portion of this coin will go towards keeping Mr. Krabs coin safe for exchange listings, and then the rest will be locked to increased demand. Another 10% will also be for rewards as an incentive for holding, which they will release more info about soon. And then the last 10% will be for spreading the word, also known as marketing and development. Mr. Krabs Token represents more than just a token. It symbolizes a shared love for SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs, while also embracing the world of cryptocurrencies and memes. By joining the Mr. Krabs community, individuals become part of a diverse and growing group, united by their admiration for SpongeBob and their interest in digital assets. Phase 1 of their roadmap, Q2 of 2024, which is right now, will include the basics as you can see here, the pre-sale, white paper, as well as being released on the Solana network if all goes well. Phase 2 will be dedicated to marketing and listing on exchanges, and Phase 3 will include more exchanges as well as coin quests and games. So guys, if you want to take the risk and get in at its lowest price possible, the instructions are simple. Just create a wallet, such as MetaMask, get some Ethereum into your wallet, and then simply transfer the Ethereum for Mr. Krabs coin on Uniswap. Literally that simple. And with that being said, make sure to stay up to date on the latest Mr. Krabs token news by following their socials, which I've linked down in the description below. Otherwise, huge shout out to Mr. Krabs Token for sponsoring today's episode, and let's get back into the technical analysis. So guys, once again, huge shout out to Mr. Krabs for sponsoring today's episode, but to dive into the technical analysis, quick refresh of the current coin market cap reveals 76 on the Fear and Greed Index. Lots of consolidation here. Bitcoin is up 6% for the week, but 1.9% for the day, 1.6 for the entire market cap. Doge is in number 8 spot, starting to swing up even higher. But most of the markets on average are a bit of a consolidation period right now, and nothing is really standing out in terms of wanting to buy in or wanting to trade on here. But we are slowly but surely filling in these patterns here, and at some point or another, we are going to be left with a choice, a decision across the board on these cryptos, and hopefully it's in our favor to the upside. But regardless, we'll be able to capitalize off these movements here. Now, as you guys know, on XRP, the main crypto that we've been trading, what I like to talk about every day, we've been tracking bull flag formations on XRP since the beginning of 2023 here. Since January, we formed 5 consecutive bull flags here. You can see I've labeled them beautifully for you guys here to pretty much show you. Here's the flag pole, the flag itself, and then the breakout. It has been consistent. It has been one of the easiest cryptocurrencies for us to trade on and capitalize off these runs because of how apparent and obvious it is. And with that being said, this makes it even easier to pretty much figure out the next breakout. Now, recently we were watching this one here, bull flag number 5, and it was funny because we had a lot of hate right over here when I said this would be the confirmed breakout to the upside here. A lot of you guys were like, no, that ain't happening, and then we did, and they all disappeared, which is super funny. But we had a flag pull up, lower high, lower low pattern, falling to the downside here. We confirm closure above price ceiling, and here's the rally to the upside. Well, we've now formed, because of the length, this took over 125 days to consolidate and then break out. We've now formed an ascending bull flag here, an ascending broadening wedge, and this typically has a bearish bias. At some point, we should break through it and fall to the downside here. But until that comes, what we're doing is forming this ascending broadening wedge, and if even closer, if we zoom in, we're forming some sort of downtrend here, lower high, lower low, consistent pattern, breaking resistance, falling lower and lower and lower, and at some point, a decision is going to have to be made, and hopefully it's to breach to the upside here. That's the main goal here. We've definitely found a support. You can see we've been constantly reversing and rebounding off this price floor, and that should hopefully allow us to lift price up and break through price ceiling. Now, for those that are conservative traders, maybe aggressive or moderate here, this is my standpoint and when I plan on buying in, and also depending on your level. If we break through yellow resistance here, that's pretty much the aggressive buy-in. You get in and get out. You can see how we've gotten fooled by this in the past, but we able to scalp it and move our stop loss up and lock in guaranteed profits here. However, as we continue to move downwards here, at some point, if we can confirm closure above the daily, on the daily chart above yellow, that would be an aggressive buy-in. We can break up, close above green. That's a moderate buy-in. We confirm closure above red, that is a conservative buy-in with the anticipation of us rallying to the upside here. As you guys know, the halving is literally days away. Less than 10 days are left before we see Bitcoin half, and that should cause volume to hopefully start to pick up. Mainstream media should hopefully start to pick up the news. It would even make more sense. You got to think institutional investors, if they're holding on to millions, if not billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin specifically here, and all they need to do is run advertisements and campaigns or just get people influenced to know about this. You know, they start going around telling social media influencers to start promoting Bitcoin and crypto, and Coinbase starts dropping, ads. It is going to fuel the market, and literally it'll be the match that sparked the fire. And we'll see some pretty nutty stuff. And I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen very easily. And if you guys aren't prepared to take advantage of this market movement, you're going to be on the sidelines while we all reap the rewards. And that's totally up to you. Now, it'll be very easy, in my opinion. And it should ideally, once volume comes into the crypto market cap, it should stay in the market for a while. Maybe it'll sell off of Bitcoin, but it'll move around into other altcoins and cryptocurrencies. And it'll be in the market. And we could see it move into XRP as it has in the past here. So just keep your eyes peeled on market movements like that. But anywho, moving forward from XRP and looking at these other cryptos, you can see something like Solana, beautifully drawn out on this uptrend here. You can see as we're battling this price ceiling here, we're starting to have some problems. Could cause either a triple top, which would be nutty. But if we can confirm closure above this price ceiling, we'll know to buy in long. Now, we are in a good standpoint because you can see consistently when we do hit this bottom support and we close above it, we typically rebound off of it here. And especially when we had this major reversal doji candle yesterday, this could also influence market to come back up to the upside and retest 200. So if you want to play it as an aggressive trader, you could buy in now with the anticipation of rallying to the upside. Conservatively, though, I'd rather wait for a closure of the daily, a breach below support, support for a correction or a breach below resistance for a long position here. Those are the conservative trades, but you could easily trade on the pinball market movements here. You know, ideally, we bounced off here. If we can hold above like we did yesterday, we should be able to reverse back up to hit price ceiling. But we have floated back down to 50 on the RSI, so it does open up a lot of doors for potential buy-ins. You just have to keep your eyes peeled on this, and I'm excited to see the results of this too. So, again, wait for this to make a decision, and then we'll buy in and go from there. Now, moving forward from, XRP and Solana to wrap up today's video with Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then the S&P. Ideally, Ethereum here filling in this gap beautifully. You can see we did just recently break out, and it's almost like I'm going to have to tweak the charts here, remove some of these, chartings here, maybe just the price ceiling. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this support for right now. I don't have a solid downtrend yet, but what I am noticing is we have a clear price ceiling right here, and that might be the new one that we're looking at. So I guess ideally, if we can confirm closure above price ceiling here, this yellow band, that would be that opportunity to buy in and long. But we do have a support that we've been using that should eventually push us through, and we should head up to retest all-time highs. So I'm excited to see, or all-time highs for 2024. I'm excited to see that as well. As for Bitcoin, we're kind of in a similar stance, like I said before. This was too early. We only had 2 confirmation points, which is why I've kind of erased it. You can see here there were only 2 confirmation points as well. But for Bitcoin, it's kind of a similar pattern here. The ideal goal is that we wait for price to confirm closure above resistances. If we can do either of those, that would be that opportunity to buy in and long. We confirm closure above here. We can buy in more of a moderate trade. We break above price all-time highs. We could buy in and long for a conservative trade. And that's pretty much where my mind is. Either of these two need to be breached before we do that. And again, it's almost like we can delete this price ceiling because it ain't that accurate. It really isn't. And we can now extend this, and we're forming more of an ascending triangle. And same thing goes with Ethereum here. Also somewhat of an ascending triangle. And that's pretty much it for today's video, though. S&P 500, like I said, is starting its descent. I figured this would happen here. You can see we have a beautiful, massive symmetrical triangle. As we fill this gap in, we confirm closure below it. And I think we're just going to continue to fall. I think this is this descent. You can already see a new pattern forming here. If I jump to like the 4-hour, I'm excited that we're actually starting to head down. I know a lot of people might not think that. That is not what I wanted to draw. Maybe the daily is the easiest right now, but you can already see there's some sort of downtrend forming. Some sort of correction, some sort of descending fractal is starting to take place on here. Whether accurate or not, it is starting the descent, and I think it's going to carry us all the way down. I really do. And I've just been stacking up cash for this, to fall all the way down a moving average here. And once price target reaches this, I'll buy in, and then I think we're going to continue upwards here. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Make sure to smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Huge shout out again to Mr. Krabs for sponsoring today's episode, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.